back to my channel. Today's setup is for the month of May, which is my birthday month, and I went with a really cool theme. Make sure to like and subscribe this video, and let's get into it. For this month's theme, I did a fashion with blue and yellow tints to it. I got inspiration from an Instagram, the link down below, but she had this really cute picture of a weekly spread that she had done with a little girl who had a little phone, and I ended up creating her weekly spread. I found her through Instagram, and after I made that weekly spread, I fell in love with the color theme and how they all played together, so I ended up doing it for my month of May. Here's a quick flip through of what I did for April. If you didn't see my last video, I'll link it up in the cards above. This month was really busy for me because it was the last month of school for me, as I'm homeschooled and we get out early. So I created a bunch of weekly spreads, and I only have 20 pages left in my bullet journal right now, which is kind of sad. So I'm hoping it will last me at least through the month of May, so I can get started on a new one starting in August for my school year. This month I also ended up going through my old bullet journal and looking at some of the old spreads that I did. One of these including was this page I showed right here, which was purple, and it was when I had read the Ryder Carroll book about bullet journaling, and so I just taped it into my new journal, and I guess I'll just move it around for different journals because sometimes reading over the original bullet journal method helps me to be more creative and use it more productively. Now we are finally getting ready to do my May setup. I didn't end up doing a cover page for this month's setup because, one, I thought it was a waste of paper since I only have a few pages left, 20 to be exact, which will get me right through the month of May. And I didn't really know how to creatively make a bullet journal spread based off of these little fashion people that I made, and there wasn't big enough ones. So anyway, I just jumped right into the calendar. This month I'm doing a different calendar. In the top left corner, I'm doing a little box calendar that's a 4x4 dot spaces. If you have a Maisie Lane Code journal, you can use the same dot spaces I do. And then on the right hand side, I put a little section for events and tasks. And then underneath the calendar, I put a little jean jacket that is decorated blue and yellow, which are my theme colors. For this month, instead of doing my regular calligraphy titles, I ended up doing a lot of bubble letters. Bubble letters have been one of those fonts that I've been working on, especially when it comes to U's. I don't know why U's are just so hard for me. But anyways, I've been working on my bubble letters, and I decided to make it feel more like a scrapbook by adding these. Another thing to note is that I did not freehand draw most of these drawings. Like this jacket here, I found from a different bullet journal artist who draws just like that Doodle Craving Instagram that I found down below. But how I did it was I have very thin sticker paper that I made all of these on, and I zoomed in on my computer, and I could put the sticker paper over the top of my computer and trace most of these designs, especially since I am not really good at drawing people or anything whatsoever, but I could still draw people and make them look nice without hand drawing. On the right-hand page, I am turning 16, like I said in the intro, and I'm super excited for it. I have so many things I want to do and I can drive on my own. So on the right-hand page of my calendar, I am putting a whole spread made exactly for things to do when I'm 16. Lots of friend hangouts where I can pick them up instead of parents driving us everywhere. So this will just be like a brain dump about things I can do when I'm 16. Moving on to the next pages, they are going to be my finance tracker and my morning and night routine. For finances, I like to keep track of what I've been spending and also what I've been gaining, not just so I can be aware of what I'm spending on a monthly basis, but also if I need to pay people back or if I accidentally lose checks, which I have done in the past, in remembering where they are and like to get them to the bank on time and stuff like that. And now I'm going to be giving a doodle tutorial here. Anyway, I drew 2 different flowers. One of them I'm not quite sure what that's called, but the other one is a daisy. Daisies are very easy to create, different angles. I'll show you how to do that as well. So for daisies, just draw an oval in the middle and then draw half long circles all the way around to create them looking like they're in a different position or like facing different ways. Make the leaves shorter on the bottom ends or on wherever you want it to look. I didn't do any petals folding over, but I have seen people doing those before as well. The other flowers are easy to create as well. It's just 5 petals with like boxy shapes and then a little dot in the center. And now that all of my ink has dried, I like using gel pens for my bullet journal. So when I use my thick tip gel pens, I like to let them dry before I put on my stickers. Anyway, I'm putting on this cute fashion sticker with an oversized sweater hanging around her arms. And then I'm just going to color it in a different way than I did the jacket. This time I'm going to put like a yellow base all the way around the person and then color the shirt blue. I like to incorporate at least one yellow element to each illustration and then one blue element. And then if you've been noticing through this whole video, for the blue color that I've been using, I haven't been using the blue Crayola Super Tip directly. Instead, I've put it on this clear plate over here and added water to it so it was a lighter color. I love doing this because any marker that's water-based, you can do this to, and it gives it more of a watercolor look. The yellow was mellow enough for the spread that I just used it directly. But if you're ever looking for a color in Crayola Super Tips or any other water-based marker and you want it a little lighter, if you draw it on something plastic, add a little bit of water to it, and then use a paintbrush to paint it, it works really well. For this illustration, again, I am doing a bunch of bubble letters, but then also in the bottom right corner, I'm doing a little girl who's on her computer with her friend or something else, but this picture reminded me of me and my sister, and it could be in a morning or night routine where you sit around a computer and do something, so I added it to this spread. And this is the last spread of my whole bullet journal setup. I only created a 6-page, if we're counting front and back, of pages for my month setup. The last page is my brain dump, which is always a necessity now. I don't even remember when I started using brain dumps, but they saved my life and I've used them so often. Anyway, this time I am including a little habit tracker at the very bottom of the spread. It had some of my habits that I haven't been doing over the month because I didn't create a habit tracker. I'm gonna try to start bullet journaling not only in the morning time, which is when I normally set up my weekly spreads and my task lists, and then when I'm done with school at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I don't check my bullet journal again. So I'm trying to make a habit of checking my bullet journal at night, which means checking off my habit trackers. And I didn't include a mood tracker, but if I had a mood tracker, checking it off at night would be better. I included another person in my brain dump spread on the left side of my habit tracker. This girl is holding her hat, and yeah, this is one I took from Pinterest instead of Instagram. So you can just any outfit that you like on Pinterest and you like maybe the way that they are posed, you can zoom in on your computer, copy it, and then just put it right in your bullet journal. I think this is super creative. And now we're into the final flip through of my May bullet journal setup with me. If you like this video, please like and comment down below. I have a lot of links in the description box, so check down below. Thank you. See you next time.